This is the continuation of the lessons for discrete probability distributions. We're done with the first distribution, which is uniform. We're now on the Bernoulli distribution. So these are the things we need to know about Bernoulli distribution. Number one is the definition. We have Bernoulli distribution is a probability distribution with only two possible outcomes. So dalawa lang yung outcome sa Bernoulli distribution. Tinatawag siyang success and failure. So pag sinabi nating success, yun yung gusto mong makuha sa experiment mo. At yung failure naman is yung value na hindi mo nakuha. Now, dinidenote natin siya para lagyan ng value. Yung success, ang value ng x is 1. Then, ang failure, ang value ng x is equals to 0. Now, yung probability nila is denoted by P as the probability of success, then Q as the probability of failure. Ang Q pwede rin siyang 1 minus P. So, ibig sabihin, kung ano yung probability ng P, 1 minus P, yun na yung probability ng Q. Okay? Or ng failure. The next thing we need to know is how are we going to compute for the probability sa Bernoulli distribution. The probability is computed by this formula. So, we have the probability of x is equal to P raised to x times Q raised to 1 minus x. So we all know that P is probability of success, Q is the probability of failure, equivalent siya sa 1 minus P, and then x is the value for the outcome. So we only have two value for Bernoulli. We have x is equals to 1 or x is equals to 0. Now, the third thing we need to know is how are we going to compute for the mean, variance, and standard deviation specific for Bernoulli distribution. So we have the following. Mu is equals to P for the mean. So ibig sabihin, kung ano yung probability ng success, yun na rin yung mean. For the variance, we have sigma squared is equals to P times Q. So ang ibig sabihin nito is probability of success times the probability of failure. And then of course, the standard deviation is the square root of the variance. So this is variance, this is standard deviation. Now, let's have example for Bernoulli distribution. Example number 1. Find the probability of getting ahead in a single toss of a coin. So for example, we have a coin. So we all know na dalawa lang yung outcome yan, isang head at saka isang tail. So since ang pinapakuha is getting ahead, yan yung magiging success. At kung pag nakuha mo naman ang tail, that is the failure. The probability of success is denoted by P. The answer is 1/2. Kasi isang beses lang mag-a-appear yung head sa tossing of coin. Kaya 1 out of 2. And then, probability of failure is equals to Q. That is equivalent to 1 minus 1/2. 1 minus 1/2 is equals to 1/2. So, ibig sabihin, ang probability of success of getting ahead is 1/2. The probability of failure or getting a tail is also 1/2. Okay? Now, if we're going to compute for the mean, variance, and standard deviation, isa-substitute lang natin yung P and Q. So we have P is equals to 1/2, then Q is equals to 1/2. So for the mean, kung ano yung probability of success, yun na rin yung value ng mean. So we have 1/2. Next, for the variance, this is the product of P and Q. So we have 1/2 times 1/2. The answer is 1/4. Or in decimal, pwede siyang 0.25. Also, 1 half, pwede siyang decimal na 0.5. Now, for the standard deviation, that is the square root of the variance. The answer is 0.5. So this is the first example for Bernoulli. Let's have additional example. Find the probability of getting a 4 in a single toss of a die. Okay? So ang pinapakuha sa atin is getting a 4. Ibig sabihin, yun yung success. At pag hindi 4 ang nakuha mo, that is failure. Getting other outcome other than 4. Now, alam natin na ang bawat value ng die is 1/6. So pag 4 ang kinuha mo, 1/6 ang sagot dyan. So therefore, ang probability of success is 1/6. And then probability of failure, that is 1 minus 1/6. The answer is 5/6. So dahil Bernoulli tayo, dalawa lang yung probability. Isang probability ng success, 1/6, and probability ng failure, 5/6. So, yan yung kailangan natin para makompute yung mean, variance, and standard deviation. So, for the mean, the answer is 1/6. For the variance, we have 1/6 times 5/6. The answer is 5/36. Now, i-compute natin as decimal. The decimal of 1/6 is 0.17. And then, the decimal of 5/36 is 0.1389. And then, the standard deviation is the square root of the variance, which is 0.1389. The square root of that is 0.3727 or 0.37. Let's have example number 3 for Bernoulli distribution. The instruction is find the mean, variance, and standard deviation of the given Bernoulli distribution. So we already have the table. So we're not going to compute for the probability. Instead, we're going to compute for the mean, variance, and standard deviation. So given na tayo ng probability of success is 1/4. Probability of failure is 3/4. So we're just going to substitute. So this is P, this is Q. Na kung bakit natin nasabing ito ang P, because the value is 1. Ito ay Q kasi the value is 0. Okay? Next. So the probability of success is also the mean. Therefore, mean is 1/4. And then, variance is the product of P and Q. So we have 1/4 times 3/4. The answer is 3/16. In decimal, 3/16 is 0.1875. That is the variance. Then, the standard deviation is the square root of the variance. So, square root of 0.1875, 0.4330, or just 0.43. Now, let's have the last example for Bernoulli. We have example number 4. So again, given na tayo ng Bernoulli distribution, i-compute lang natin yung mean, variance, and standard deviation. Pero i-analyze pa rin natin kung ano yung P at kung ano ang Q. Now, remember na ang value ng X is 1, ibig sabihin, ito ang probability of success. And then, ito ay value ng, ang value ay 0, that is the probability of failure. 0.30, probability of success. 0.70, probability of failure. Then substitute lang natin para makompute ang mean, standard deviation, and the variance. The probability of success is 0.30. That is also the mean. And then variance is the product of P and Q. So we have 0.30 times 0.70. The answer is 0.21. And then standard deviation is the square root of the variance. That is the square root of 0.21. The answer is 0.4583 or just 0.46. So this is how we compute for the mean, variance, and standard deviation of Bernoulli distribution.